Yo, what is up, my friends? It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks, back with the best bets from Major League Baseball here for you today on Thursday, October 9th, 2025. More bets in the divisional round, guys. We got your player props, run lines, totals here for you today. We're going to have two picks in this video that I think are great value bets here today. Let's lock in and get this sweet.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cab made now. Straight fire.
Y'all know the drill. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Just two picks on the card today. Didn't want to get too crazy. Just the two games on today. Should be some great games. Game 4, Dodgers Phillies. Also Game 4, Cubs Brewers. So it should be very interesting. Couple of games. Hopefully we get some Game 5s. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold that thought. More on that in a second. Let's do a recap from yesterday, though. We ended up going 2-2 plus 0.24 units. So I think 3 of our 4 plays yesterday were plus value. We cashed 2 of our plus value plays. And obviously we missed our for the sweet parlay, so we had to take off quarter of a unit there. But we ended up a little in the green, which I'll take. Obviously we started 2-0. We were looking pretty good. We were about 4 of the 7 legs deep on our parlay, and then nothing else ended up hitting after that. We had the Yankees team total over 4.5. Really thought they'd show up, and they were a complete flop yesterday. So very surprised by that. I'm surprised the Yankees offense didn't continue that momentum, and they ended up getting shut down for the most part. And then the Dodgers ended up losing Game 3 to the Phillies, and Teoscar didn't even get a hit or nothing. So it was definitely a disappointing way to end the night, considering how it started. Obviously the day started very well, hitting our first couple of plays there. We had our hits, runs, RBIs parlay with Torkelson and Ernie Clement, which both hit. Vaughn didn't end up playing, so we ended up cashing that one out. Then we cashed the run line parlay with the Tigers and the Cubs. Both those teams won straight up and moved on. So should have just taken their money lines. That would have been a lot more value, but hey, what can you do? But like I said, it was still a plus unit day, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. I mean, any day you have a winning day is a good day. So as far as our comic cappers, though, we got to get the bag. Colin Jackson Churio over 1.5 bases. He clutches up and hits a double late in that game. So love to see that. Great call out there from Got to Get the Bag. Make sure you guys participate in our comic capper program. Drop your favorite pick down below. Put a star on answers next to your pick. We'll include your pick in our next video if it hits. Check out all the links that we have going here around the channel. Membership, merchandise, social media links, all down below in the pinned comment and the description. So just keep that in mind. Without further ado, guys, like I said, not a big card today, but we got a couple of plays that I really like. And let's lock in and get a sweep here today. So let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we're going with the Milwaukee Brewers money line here versus the Chicago Cubs. Minus 118 odds here on Rivers. So let me just say that we have TBD for both starters for this game. So we don't know exactly who's going to be starting this game. It's going to be likely bullpen games for both these teams. So if that's the case, if we have variables we don't know, definitely give me the Brewers because I trust their overall pitching more and I trust their overall lineup more. In certain situations, like yesterday, I'll take the Cubs, plus 1.5. See, I didn't even take them to win because they still scare me a little bit. But I do like Jameson Taillon that we had yesterday. But outside of him right now, I don't have a lot of trust for the Cubs starters. Boyd was not very good in his start here earlier in this series. And Imanaga has been like batting practice of late. So I don't trust the starters. Their bullpen has been okay. The bullpen's not too bad, but I still trust the Brew Crew bullpen a lot more, and what they have to offer. So here we kind of saw it last night, right? In the later innings, the dam almost broke on the Cubs, and that was definitely very concerning late in the game there. We saw the Cubs leading most of the game, but bases were loaded in the top of the 8th inning, I believe it was. Brad Keller got them out of trouble, but he is really the only arm in that bullpen right at this point that I fully trust. Outside of him, like I said, I just don't have a lot of trust outside of him. But he did come in and get the job done. He got the save, which was great for us. But like I said, you can't survive like that a lot. So the Brew Crew has been putting a lot of pressure on the Cubs in this series. I expect it to return here. If you're giving me a full game of bullpen pitchers and guys I can't trust, I think the Brew Crew are going to break through at some point and put up a crooked number here on the Cubs. Whereas I could trust the Brewers to hold it down a little better. Honestly, I didn't like Priester's position yesterday. I thought there was a good chance Priester could get rocked. He didn't even get through an inning. We talked about how the Cubs hit over 400 versus him during the season. So there was data there to support the Cubs yesterday, but I think the Brewers are the play today. I think the Brewers end this series in 4 games. Like I said, lineup-wise, pitching-wise, I have more trust right now with the Brewers. They have been the superior team in the back half of the season. There's no way, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Brew Crew, I think, is the play today. So, love it there for our number 1 pick, guys. We got the Milwaukee Brewers money line here versus the Chicago Cubs. Minus 118 odds here on Bet Rivers. Okay, and at number 2, we got our Goon Squad parlay, but only 2 guys today on our Hits, Runs, RBIs parlay. We got Bryce Harper and Teoscar Hernandez, each to record 1 hit, run, RBI, minus 125 odds on Fanatics. Now, if you can't, minus 125 odds on DraftKings, it's minus 130 on Fanatics. So take it on DraftKings if you can. If you can't parlay hits, runs, RBIs, or if you can't get that, take them each to get 1 hit. I like that as well. You'll probably get plus value, honestly on that. But I love the hits, runs, RBIs because it gives you more opportunities, right? If they happen to walk, or if there's a sack fly situation, which both these guys hit, in that yesterday we had, I think both these guys hitting in the 3 spot. So there's a good chance they could have a guy on third with a chance at a sack fly. I love having that equity, or if they walk, both these guys are great as far as seeing walks as well. It just opens up more opportunities for you. But I do like them each to get a hit. Bryce Harper is 70% to this line this season, 67% on the road to this line. 8 of his last 10 overall. He had 3 hits, runs, RBIs yesterday, so we like seeing that. He's a career 3 for 6 off of Tyler Glass now since 2021, so you also like seeing that as well. Love seeing that he's had that success. And Teoscar Hernandez, who we've taken so far this postseason, he treated us well early in the series. Obviously, last night didn't really matter because the Dodgers didn't cover the first 5 anyway. But most days I like Teoscar, guys. I think he's been pretty locked in here of late. He's 71% to this line on the season, 67% at home. 9 of his last 10 overall to this line, though. That was his first miss in 11 games. He was 10 of his last 10 heading into yesterday, if you guys recall. He's a career 5 for 15 off of Christopher Sanchez since 2021. Better splits this year as well versus lefty pitching there for Hernandez. So I think this is a spot where Hernandez can get it. Also, Sanchez allows a much higher batting average, obviously, to righty batters because he's a lefty pitcher. Much tougher there on lefties. So I really like both of these guys. And really in the postseason, guys, I don't like trusting batters for more than 1 hit, run, RBI just because of how tight things are in the postseason. I like always feeling like I'm in the bet. So that is why I like just taking 1. I think both these guys are, if you wanted to look at their 2+ hits, runs, RBIs line, I think they're very much in play as well. I just obviously prefer just the 1. Something simple where we don't need a lot from these guys. Postseason baseball, you gotta tighten things up a little bit. It's just one of those things where you don't get as many I would say run scoring opportunities typically. Obviously sometimes it can happen, but obviously teams are throwing out their best and they're throwing the whole bag at you as far as from the bullpen, so it's much tougher sometimes to get runs. So just asking for 1 hit or a run or an RBI is a lot simpler than trying to get 2 because you need multiple things to happen, which sometimes is difficult in a baseball game. So I do love it though, guys. For our number 2 pick, we got Bryce Harper and Teoscar Hernandez, each to record 1 hit, run, RBI, minus 125 odds on DraftKings. All right, guys, that is it for our picks. Make sure you guys check out our NFL videos we got live here at the channel. We already got 2 for Week 6. We got our spreads and totals video for Week 6 in the NFL, where we cover every single game. We have picks for every single game in that. And then we have our Giants-Eagles best bets video as well, where we have player props, a total pick, and a pretty lucrative same-game parlay in that one. So make sure you guys check out those videos. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you guys are playing. And let's close out the baseball season in style. So you guys will notice I only did 2 plays today. Not getting too crazy, obviously. I want to make sure that, I feel good about everything we're doing. We could have forced more action today, but when I don't know the factors in that Brewers-Cubs game, I'm not going to really trust particular hitters. Even though the overall wholesome package of the Brewers I trust more. As far as, I like to know what we're up against and what opportunities we're likely going to have early on in the game to hopefully give us a little bit of an edge. But, hopefully we can close out the baseball season in style and really get on a nice little winning streak here. So hopefully today, when we go 2-0, cash these 2 simple plays and keep the line moving into tomorrow and just consistently make a little bit of money, which would be great. Because it's going to be tough to have a lot of picks in baseball coming up because we're going to have a lot less games. Obviously, as everything starts to shrink, so will our bets. To a degree, we're not going to have the same volume of bets, obviously. So, as always, though, guys, I appreciate all of you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Outside of that will do it for me. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.